The fact that I was adopted into a Jewish home, I could have lived on the street, in a hut or lived in poverty. So I'm really thankful and grateful that I was able to grow up in a Jewish home and have this lifestyle. I was adopted when I was 6 months old from Guatemala, and I guess when I was younger I sort of felt a little bit out of the box. Like I thought it was like weird to be adopted. Like none of my friends were really adopted. So like at the time I was like, I thought about it being a little weird. But then as I got older, and growing up in a Jewish community and being raised in a frum family, I thought it was really cool and really special and unique. I started off at Epstein Hebrew Academy, and then I switched to Torah Prep, and then I went to a place called Clayton Academy. So I was there for 3 years, and then I went to Black Yeshiva High School, and I absolutely loved it. It made me just appreciate, coming from a non-Jewish school for 3 years, I did get influenced, and I didn't want to really be Jewish anymore at the time. It reminded me of like how special being Jewish is, and I saw these girls who were at Block, and I was like, wow, these girls are so special and they can have fun also, and I kind of just went with it, and it was like the best thing that ever happened to me. So after high school I went to seminary, which is like a year abroad in Israel, and then I came back and I went to community college and I studied hospitality management, and then I got a job. I never finished my degree because I got a job working at the Gatesworth. I developed a love for hospitality and service and just entertaining and greeting people, and it was kind of like I grew into my element. As far as dating goes, for me, I've mostly been set up by some friends and a few matchmakers, but mostly, somebody will know somebody else, mutual friend. In St. Louis, it's really hard because St. Louis is a small community and there's not a whole bunch of guys that stay here. Most of the guys either, go to Israel or they move to New York. So for me, I've had to either travel or occasionally the guy will come here and fly in. I definitely would want to be with somebody who's observant and Orthodox, because that's how I was raised. And it's very important to me. If I ever had a kid who wanted to, or who decided to veer off a little bit, some of us don't decide to, but sometimes it just happens. I would definitely love them and be there for them, and the only thing that I could do is model good examples. The most joyous thing about being Jewish is I love the holidays. I love getting together with family and friends and just cooking a lot of food and just spending time with friends and just being with my community. I think a lot of people have a stereotype about observant people because we do have certain rules. You're taking all those commandments and you're observing them and you're practicing them and you're using them in your daily lives, and that's the way you live your life. Honestly, I really don't feel so restricted. I can understand why somebody would. Being Jewish for me it's in my DNA. It's who I am. It's like it's like my arm and my leg. So it's just part of me, part of my essence.